Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. If you're new to the channel, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Tanya, and this is Titanium Built. And if you're not new, welcome back. Thank you for joining me for another live. I do appreciate it. If you're watching on a replay, make sure that you hashtag replay in the comments section. That way I know you're watching on a replay. Let me know what your thoughts are on tonight's live, and we'll get right into it. So, if you'd like to become a member of our great channel that we have here, I will put the link in the chat and then I'll pin it up at the top of the chat. So that way you guys have it. If you feel the need to become a member, we'd love to have you. Let me pin this really quick. Is everybody having a good Thursday? It's almost the weekend. We're closer. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're closer to the weekend. But if you guys don't mind, take a second and, smack that thumbs up. That really helps the channel get into the algorithm. We get into the algorithm where people come into the chat. It's a win-win for everybody. And it's good to see everybody. We'll go ahead and we'll get started. We're going to be talking about Caleb Flynn tonight, Ashley Flynn, the Ashley Flynn case, and her husband, Caleb Flynn, who is going to be on trial for her murder. There was a court hearing. I was like, what? Huh? They indicted him. I guess it was secret indictment, I think, because nobody knew except for one court place was in there. One court station was in there. There was nobody in court, nobody. There's nobody in the gallery and nobody's there because nobody knew about it, or I would have been there. It was yesterday. I had all the time in the world. I could have went. The sunshine was so nice today. Yes, we got a lot of sun here where I live. It's really nice. It was really, really nice. But like I said, welcome in, everybody. So tonight we're going to be covering one of the most talked about cases out of Ohio right now, the Ashley Flynn case out of Tip City, a case that continues to grow in national attention because investigators say what first was reported as a home invasion may actually have been a staged crime scene. So there's new court filings where both the prosecution and the defense are heading, where they're heading next. We're going to go over those. We're going to walk through the timeline, the newest legal filings, the evidence investigators are focused on, and what could happen next in court. So, yeah. Ohio is wild now over here. We are. I mean, there's so much. Also, I have an update in the Madison Fields case. The guy that was with her, I guess, he's been under investigation for another girl. So we'll go over that on one of our next lives as well. And I did put out a video earlier about Jimmy. So if Jimmy Gracie, if you didn't see that one, make sure you check that out after this live. Okay, let's get started. So basically, Caleb Flynn this week, I did not hear that there was a hearing yesterday, or like I said, I would have been there. So they switched his hearing. It was going to be March 26th. They switched it to March 19th or 19th or 18th or 19th. And then they switched his court date. His new court date is now March 30th, his next one. So I will be at that one. They better not switch it. They better not do any sneaky stuff. But what they did was, do you guys remember the charges that I kept reading to you? And there was 11 of them. He was only charged with 4 or 5. He was charged with 5. And I was like, but there's 11 that we found. And I don't know if that document was supposed to hit the internet or not. Maybe not, because he just got indicted on those charges finally. So you heard it here first. Hey, Simply, welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. Hey, Lenora. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, Jessica. Hey, everybody. Okay, so where am I going to go? I'm going to go here and pull this up. Thank you, Kelly, for gifting a membership. I don't even have my iPad on to see who got it. That was so nice of you. Thank you. I wonder if they'll show me up here. Miss Independent got it. Look at that. Welcome in. So this week, Caleb Flynn was formally indicted on those 11 charges. They include aggravated murder, multiple murder counts. We'll go through them. Felonious assault, tampering with evidence, and then the intimidation-related charges that he was charged with. And I think those might be for his daughters. So basically, that means that prosecutors believe they now have enough evidence, because they did, a grand jury, to move beyond the original arrest stage and into full felony prosecution mode. So they are, yeah, they're going for him. So I thought we would watch this video first because it kind of just gets us caught up. And then it came out today or yesterday. And then we will, actually it says updated, but updated today. And then we'll go through some of these documents as well. And I'll show you him in court after this one. He looks like shit. Like, I mean, the dude, like, we're going to have to do like side by sides of him, like American Idol days, married days, arrest, and then after arrest, because he really has, he's changed a lot, in my opinion. Know what you guys think.
Tonight, we're learning new information in the Ashley Flynn murder case. Caleb Flynn, Ashley's husband, has been indicted by a grand jury on multiple additional felony charges. This just a little more than a month after Ashley was killed in her Tip City home.
Miami County Prosecutor Paul Watkins announced on Wednesday that the Miami County grand jury indicted Caleb Flynn, the husband of Ashley Flynn, on the following charges, including 1 count of
It's kind of low. Let me see if I could boost the volume. Sometimes you can boost it right here. I don't know if it'll let me. Speed, subtitles. Okay, let's see if it'll let me up here. Because I have a booster, but I don't know if it'll boost for you guys.
Aggravated murder and 3 counts of murder. Ashley was shot and killed on Monday, February 16th around 2:30 in the morning. Caleb, who made the 911 call, reported that a burglary was in progress and their 2 children were in the house. Ashley was pronounced dead on the scene. Other agencies, including the Ohio BCI, FBI, and Miami County Sheriff's Office, were called in to assist the Tip City Police Department, and evidence was collected in the following days. By Thursday of the same week, Caleb was arrested and charged with 5 felonies. The 911 call was released the next day. Caleb was arraigned and his bond was set at $2 million. The family had a private celebration of life for Ashley that weekend and released a statement saying in part, quote, "Our hearts are shattered. We are clinging to our faith just as Ashley did each day." The video of Caleb's arraignment was released in the week after Ashley's murder. Police released body and dash cam video of the night she was killed as well. Ashley's family celebrated what would have been her 38th birthday just 8 days after her death with neighbors and friends as they mourned. Her children blew out candles on cupcakes and balloons were released into the sky. The community has shown up in various ways to support Ashley's family, and a GoFundMe page has raised over $174,000.
The Miami County Prosecutor.
He also has a GoFundMe. Remember? Yeah.
His office says if convicted, Caleb will serve life in prison without the possibility of parole. Scan the QR code on your screen to see all of our previous coverage.
Okay. This is horrific. I mean, the man that you fall in love with, that you've been married to for what, 16 years, I think it was. Been together longer than that. Probably together at least 4 or 5 years before that, I think. I mean, it's so crazy. It's actually easier, than you think, simply, really, to talk into a camera. It's not that bad. I usually get stage fright. If I'm around a lot of people, I can't talk very well. So I can't talk very well when I'm on here. So this is his attorney. And I just wanted to show this to you because it shows the actual, kind of the court proceedings. And then I'll show you another little clip of him, signing, and he's shackled up. They got him shackled up. I don't know if he's asked yet to wear whatever he wants when he goes into court, future proceedings when people are actually there and can see him. He might not be that smart to say it, but the lawyer might. I don't know if the lawyer would necessarily, if he would necessarily go and tell him. I mean, I would think he would. I would think the lawyer would want their clients in street clothes. That way they don't look so intimidating, so jail-like. But they didn't even have him in the right clothes. They had him in orange bottoms and a blue top. And I'm like, whatever they've got to give you there, buddy, that's what you're going to get.
Walked into
and you can tell by looking at him, you'll see he's hating life. And I love that for him. I mean, if he did this to his wife, which, I mean, he was the only other person there other than his kids. And he said there was a home invasion and there wasn't. So, I mean, you know, it's kind of hard not to look at him and think, yeah, he did it.
To a silent Miami County courtroom Thursday morning to face new charges and bond.
He let and they raised his bond too.
His lawyer do most of the talking.
This is the first time ever being actually in a court case. I would suggest that reasonable bond should be set in light of the fact that we have entered a guilty plea.
Wednesday, a jury indicted Flynn on multiple counts with the murder of his wife, Ashley Flynn. Those charges include aggravated murder, assault, tampering with evidence, and intimidation. Judge Stacey Wall ordered a $3.5 million bond, but the defense wanted the judge to address something else to Flynn concerning his children. Inside this building, a Miami County judge had to remind Caleb Flynn what no contact means.
And let the court explain. No contact means no contact. It means in-person, texting, email, through a third party, through your lawyer, through anybody. You cannot have any contact with the victim representative or the minor children in this case.
Flynn's pretrial is set for March 30th at 9 a.m. Although he didn't say much, he showed some emotion. He wiped his eyes before being escorted back to the Miami County Jail. In Miami,
there was no tears. Only tears he has is because he can't see his kids. Well, I don't feel bad for him. He doesn't need to be around his children. I mean, if he killed his wife, what do you think he would do to his kids? I'm just saying. It's happened before. What was that? What was her name? Suzanne. Oh, come on. I can't remember her last name, but her first name was Suzanne, and her husband killed her and had the kids in the van with them. And the kid was like, Mommy's just napping in the trunk. And then they like arrested him, but then they let him out. For some reason, he got out. Like, I think his parents got him out. Suzanne Powell. Thank you, Tina. That's such a sad case. That's such a tragic case. And then he grabbed the kids and oh my gosh, the court appointed like person was there to watch him, and he like kicked her out of the house, and then he blew the house up. Oh gosh. It was horribly sad. And then the dad like liked her. Oh my, that's a case we should cover just to cover it. Yeah, right. Tim, yeah, he doesn't need to talk to nobody but the wall. He does look like shit. He looks like he's been crying, which I'm they don't think about getting caught, you know? They don't think about that part. I think they seem to forget that, you know, you're going to get caught probably. I mean, unless you're whoever kidnapped Nancy Guthrie. I mean, whoever that is, they're either really, really dumb or really, really smart. I'm not sure which. This just has him signing it. Just you can see him from a different angle. I just thought it was kind of humorous because you can hear his little things clinking. He might have gained some weight though. Like, I don't know, his shoulders look a little broader maybe. I'm telling you, they feed you. They'll feed you in jail. I mean, they will. And the food's like crappy, but I always feel like the prisoners, they always put on weight. Yeah, he's not bald, but I love that. I love that for us that he pretends like or they call him bald. They pretend like he's bald. I think that's hilarious. Okay, so I went over to, I don't know why it's like loading those, but maybe a lot of people are on the website. It's just like going in circles, but I'll go back up to the top. So basically, this is just the case detail. I just like hit the information to go down. So case type, file date was on the 18th. I mean, this happened on the 16th. You didn't get very far. It has the judge, and then it has like the action, which that's probably the highest charge they put up there. Patrick Mulligan is his attorney. We went over his stuff before. And And it just says Miami County Jail is his address. But I think that's for Caleb Carl. So then it just says the party charged, Caleb Flynn. Yes, extend my time. And then it says original charge, aggravated murder. And then they did so. Okay, so when I went in, there was 4 different charges. They had like two speeding tickets, or speeding ticket and a seatbelt or something before. And then he had his murder charge. Well, then they closed that one and they opened up a whole new one with all 11 charges on it. And that's what this is. So then he has an unclassified felony murder, unclassified felony murder, unclassified felony murder. What was that? 4 of them? Yeah, 4. So 4 murder charges. And I told you they put some more on him. Felony, second degree felonious assault. I think he has 2 of those. Oh, and now they're not going. There we go. Well, where were we? I think it took me down too far. Okay, so he has 2 of felonious assaults. 3 tampering with evidence, intimidation of an attorney, victim, or witness, and he has 2 of those. Only thing I could think of is his children. Think simply, yeah, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Thanks, Jessica. You guys are great. Pastor JP Miller vibes. Yeah. Well, he was a pastor too. What's up with that? So now we have the arraignment he just went to on the 19th at 11:30. That was today. I would have went because you know what I was doing today? Not a lot. At 11:30, I would have been there with bells on. Literally, I would have been there with bells on. It was a beautiful day. It would have been a beautiful day, take a drive. And what's weird, oh my gosh, that's weird. I was going to go down there today. Oh my God, that is so weird. I swear to y'all, I was really going to go down there today. And I was like, should I go down and see what's going on with the house and stuff like that? And then I was like, no, it's kind of like a drive. You know what I mean? You don't really know what you would film. And so I just didn't go down. But that's weird that I thought about going down there and look at him. He's in court. So now they has a pretrial conference, which I'm ready for that. That'll be on the 30th of this month at 9 a.m. Did they change the time? I think they did. I think it was supposed to be at 1. And now it's at 9. So that's fine. I'm like, that's fine. So if you go to his case file, you will see right here, it took me a while to figure this out because they were not very helpful at the clerk's office. You all know about my experience. So, with the clerks. So if you go on here, you see the image available. If you click on that, that will bring up the documents for you. So the first one was his indictment. And I have that one already up. I think that's this one. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to click on it. Okay. Yeah, it is. Let me blow this bad boy up for us because I need it. You guys might not even need it this big, but I do. Oh, that feels better. Put my glasses on. Okay. So I can't remember what was, I think it was 20 million actually. Chad Doerman's, his bond. I think it was 20 million. It was the highest Ohio's ever done. But $3.5 million for a bond that's high. If you think about it, especially there's one victim. That's a high bond. They want to keep his ass right where it's at. So, and look at the charges. I would want him to stay right where he is too. He's a flight risk. Who wouldn't want to flight from all this? Aggravated murder times 2, felonious assault times 2, tampering with evidence times 3, intimidation of an attorney, victim, or witness in a criminal case times 2. Wow. So this is just the counts that they have on about, so they're going to say that on the 16th day. Did purposely and with prior calculation and design cause the death of, and it's redacted, but it's Ashley Flynn, in violation of the Ohio Revised Code, aggravated murder and unclassified felony against the peace and dignity of the state of Ohio. I don't know why that UF is there, but I'm not sure. Firearm specification, 3 years. So he had a firearm on his person under his control while he was in the process of doing, causing the offense. So then we have count 2, murder. Caleb purposely caused the death of Ashley Flynn. And then he'll get a firearm specification for each one of the murder charges. So then Caleb Flynn murder, again, it says, did cause the death of Ashley Flynn as approximate result of the offender committing or attempting to commit an offense of violence that is a felony of the 1st or 2nd degree. Okay. Count 4, murder. It's going to say the same thing I just read. These firearm specifications, 3 years for each one. Oh, felonious assault, he's getting a firearm specification for that one too. So knowingly cause serious harm to Ashley Flynn in violation of Ohio Revised Code. Count 6, same thing. Count 7, tampering with evidence. It says that he knowingly that an official proceeding or investigation was in progress or was about to be or likely to be instituted, altered, destroyed, concealed, or removed any record, document, or thing with purpose to impair its value or availability as evidence in such proceedings or investigation in violation of the Ohio Revised Code. I'm assuming that he maybe the gun, maybe he took it and it wasn't in the glove compartment. Like maybe he staged that, where like the cops walked in, the glove compartment was open. He could say, oh, it was open because he, got my gun out of there. I don't know. And then this is a 1-year firearm specification. Tampering with evidence. We just read that one. And then intimidation of an attorney, victim, or a witness. So it says, on or about the 16th day of February through the 18th day of February, did knowingly attempt to intimidate a witness to a criminal or delinquent act by reason of the person being a witness to the act in violation of Ohio Revised Code. It's a misdemeanor, 1st degree. Okay. I'm assuming those were for his kids. This just shows his counts. Like, oh my, can you imagine them giving you that paper and it's like true bill, and then foreperson of the grand jury, and then prosecuting attorney signed it. So yeah, they indicted him. So let's go to the next one. The next one is just Mulligan entering his notice of appearance. So that's all it is right there. These are going to be the same that we kind of like read over before. They're just re-putting them in, like re-entering them because the case is different now. The case has moved from common pleas to criminal. Like that lady told me it would. Yeah. She was right about that. But that was the only thing she was right about. We read through this. Okay, I remember reading through this, so we'll just kind of like go through it just a little bit. It just says that rule, number 1 rule statement or defendant or co-defendant. Defendant demands a copy of statements made by himself or any co-defendant made in writings or made orally to the prosecuting attorney. Basically, they want, all the discovery. This demand applies to written summaries that are available to or within the possession, custody, or control of the state. Okay. This request includes all non-defendant or co-conspirator statements that are admissible against the defendant. Oh, I think they have him. This request also includes summary reports and interview memoranda made by law enforcement or the government agents, merely setting forth the substance of the remarks made by the defendant. Well, they did read him as Miranda. If the prosecuting attorney does not know of any written or recorded statements, then the defendant requests that the prosecuting attorney demand that the responsible investigative agency search its files to see if they have any responsive statements. The defendant asks that the responsible investigative agency exercise due diligence and search for responsive statements. This request includes a request that the prosecuting attorney interview each of the investigating officers and ask whether any such statements exist. Well, I'm sure they'll give them to him if he asks for all this stuff. Just give me the evidence. I'm sure they'll be like, here you go. They don't need to demand things, I don't think, but maybe they do. Rule 16, criminal records. The defendant requests a copy of his prior record. Well, his prior record was like a speeding ticket and a seatbelt ticket. So, okay. The defendant requests a copy of the criminal record of any co-defendant. There isn't any co-defendants. The defendant requests the record of any prior convictions of any witness in the state's case of chief, or that the state reasonably anticipates calling as witness in rebuttal that could be admissible under EV. Okay, well, there's probably none of that. There's probably no exculpatory evidence for your client. Rule 16b3, documents and tangible objects. So they want laboratory or hospital reports, books, papers, documents, photographs, all tangible objects. Wants copies of those. So photographs, items seized or discovered during that search. That's the way they wrote it. Like, I don't know. That doesn't sound good. Search includes any inventory search of the defendant when law enforcement arrested him, any inventory search of vehicle associated with this case, and any search of a dwelling or other building. Maybe like a shed. Where'd you put that gun? I want to know where they found that gun. All documents relating to any vehicle, home, or container search and any inventory of items seized or taken to be used as evidence in this case. Okay. He wants digital forensic images on a hard drive. Okay, well, they'll probably give you that. Forensic images or forensic copies of any removable digital storage devices like flash drives, CDs, DVDs, SIM cards, digital camera storage. Okay, they really wrote it all out too. They were like, we want all of this, please. I mean, couldn't they just say we want all discovery? Any Word, Excel, or PowerPoint. All videos or audio tape recordings of all 911 calls, hostage negotiations, or any other video or audio recordings related to the incident related to the defendant's arrest. All video or audio tape recordings from body-worn cameras. This kind of sounds like my FOIA request. All bench notes or other examiner notes recorded in connection with the examiner's conduct of laboratory testing. The defendant requests the production of the results or reports of physical or mental examinations, experiments, or scientific tests. It doesn't say on him. Without limitation, this request includes polygraph examinations conducted upon potential state witnesses. Okay. The existence of latent fingerprints, the procedure used in obtaining latent lifts. Oh, they did that really good. Remember that guy? He was very patient with him, and he made sure he rolled his finger around in that, and he got his fingerprints real good. So I don't think there'll be any problem with that. You can have, like the way that they took their prints or his prints. And then test and procedures used to determine the identity and quality of any suspected or alleged contraband substance. Okay. I think some of these aren't really for him. Results and procedures used in any handwriting identification, results and procedures used in any voice identification analysis, firearms or tool mark testing. Well, yeah, I think they just want all the discovery, but they're just writing it all out. Results and procedures used in any analysis pertaining to eyewitness identification, lineups, photo arrays, show-ups, and other procedures. Okay, then Rule 16, witness names and addresses. He requests a written list of all witnesses, and that the list specifically identify the witness the prosecutor intends to call at trial. some of this, I don't think that they have to give, I mean, they do have to give all discovery, but I don't think they have to give the witnesses that they intend to call at trial. I don't think they have to do that. That's like giving them their cards almost. I would have to look into that. Because this says the list should include names, addresses, and any prior convictions, juvenile adjudications of each witness. Okay, so can we have that for you too? Sounds like someone's like revving up their engine. Rule 16. It is. 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendments to the United States Constitution. Evidence favorable to the defendant. Okay. The defendant requests production of all evidence known or which may become known to the prosecuting attorney favorable to defendant and material either to guilt or punishment. The state bears the burden of identifying Brady material and turning it over to the defense. That's exculpatory. Where the court held then and accused has no duty to scavenge for hints of undisclosed Brady material. Prior felony and misdemeanor convictions and or juvenile adjudications for all witnesses, the state expects to call at trial. Specific incidents of misconduct, bad acts by all witnesses, the state expects to call at trial whether or not such conduct resulted in a criminal conviction. What? Okay, disclosure by the state of any and all consideration, it is held out to a witness to encourage that witness cooperation with the state. This request includes, but is not limited to, grants of promises of immunity, confirm their tentative plea bargaining, monetary compensation, assistance in avoiding prosecution in this or other jurisdictions, omission from being named in an indictment, or as an unindicted co-conspirator, any other considerations, regardless of their nature, granted, promised, suggested, or implied, which contemplate lenience or preferential treatment in exchange for cooperation with the state. Okay. The existence of pending criminal charges, either felony, misdemeanor, or juvenile, as well as parole or probation status of any and all witnesses the state expects to call. Statements or summaries of statements from state witnesses and individuals the state does not intend to call. Okay, now you're just asking for a lot. Any information tending to show that other persons, including the accused, were or could have been involved in the crime. Any statements of witness which conflict either internally or with other statements of the same witness. The name and address of any individuals who were considered at any time as possible suspects and the evidence that led to this conclusion. Just him. I mean, there was nobody else to look at, like literally. Any polygraph test which raised some doubt as to any state witness's credibility. And then prosecutor review for discovery material. The defendant asks the prosecutor to exercise diligence when searching for materials that are responsive to this request. Diligence includes reviewing the prosecutor's internal office files. It also includes reviewing materials in the custody of any law enforcement agency involved in this investigation. The defendant asks the prosecutor to interview law enforcement agents involved in this investigation and ask them to identify any material responsive to this request. You want this prosecutor to sit down with all the officers that were involved in this case and have them look at this paper and say, hey, you got any of this? I mean, why can't he just say, give me all the evidence? Rule 16, expert witnesses reports that he wants the witnesses. Yeah. State whoever they're going to call as witnesses. No later than 21 days prior to trial. Okay. Legal analysis and additional matters is entitled to full discovery to vindicate his state and federal constitution rights to effective assistance of counsel, due process of law, equal protection of the law, confrontation of the state's evidence against him. Well, yeah, he does. He does. Then it reads off the Constitution. The demand is continuing in nature if After initial disclosure, the state discovers additional responsive materials. The state shall promptly transmit those materials to undersigned counsel and or the defendant. I mean, usually they give you like a thumb drive when you're in prison or when you're in jail, because you're just held in jail before before trial. So, unless you're, Rick Allen, but, so you just, or Richard Allen. So if you just put, they'll put like it on a thumb drive and then they'll give you like computer access. So like you'll have access, let's say from 10 in the morning till noon, or maybe they'll give you a little bit longer. I don't know, but they'll let you usually just look through your files that way. I always thought that you got a paper copy of your files, but I can understand if it's such a big case where that would be so much paper. And so, you know what I mean? It's probably a lot easier for these people just to put them on a thumb drive and have them look their case up on the computer. I know that Brian Koberger hated that. He really didn't like that. Hey, Lorna. Welcome in, everybody. I was on the other screen. Hey, CJK. Welcome in. Hey, hi, T. Okay. I saw that Ladybug said hi to you. Yeah, I don't know. I can kind of understand why they don't do paper copies, but at the same time, if I was on trial, I would want a paper copy of everything. I would. I'm not very digital, like when it comes to that kind of stuff yet. Like I'm just not. I don't know. I guess I'm bad about that. Okay, so this is the next one, I think. Yeah. So this is a request for bill of particulars. Usually like a bill of particulars in Ohio is like the affidavit. So let's see what it says. Now comes the defendant, Caleb Flynn, through his attorneys, Mormon and Mulligan, and hereby request that the state of Ohio provide the defendant with a bill of particulars pursuant to Rule 7E of the Ohio Rules of Criminal Procedure. The defendant specifically requests that the state of Ohio provide the times, dates, locations, and witness present at the events constituting the offenses that the prosecutor intends to prove. The defendant asserts that the discovery that has been provided to undersigned counsel at this point fails to provide the defendant or his counsel with adequate notice of the specifics of defendant's alleged criminal activity. As such, a bill of particulars that contains specifics is required to protect this defendant's due process rights afforded to her, you mean him, under the constitutions of the United States of America and the state of Ohio. Patrick Mulligan, your client's a male, so I'm just letting you know. So then he comes in with this crap. We don't want to hear this. This right here. Motion for non-dissemination order. Your client ain't that big of a deal. Not many of us are talking about it. I mean, this ain't like it's Brian Koberger or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Mulligan. He wants a non-dissemination order regarding pleadings and evidence to the press or public. Well, that's me. I'm the public. This case came before the Miami County Municipal Court on a criminal complaint filed February 20th, 2026, alleging murder, felonious assault, and tampering with evidence. Since the date of said filing, several pleadings, police reports, and police body cam footage has been released to the press and the public. Vital evidence has been uploaded and shared online to various national news and social media platforms for the public to consume. Mr. Flynn respectfully requests the court issue an order restricting the public's access to case filings through court view. Additionally, Mr. Flynn moves this court for an order prohibiting all parties, witnesses, law enforcement, and attorneys from disseminating any police reports, video, audio recordings, lab reports, photos, written statements, or any other evidence or discovery to the press or public until this case has been fully adjudicated. Well, we didn't get the autopsy report. They're keeping that, the the doctor said he's keeping that. So he said that he talked to the investigators or the prosecution. The prosecution said that he didn't have to release it and he's not going to. Maybe they will closer to court or trial. The rules of superintendents in Ohio provide that the court records are presumed open to public access. However, the rules of superintendents further state the court shall restrict public access if it finds by clear and convincing evidence that the presumption of allowing public access is outweighed by a higher interest. The Ohio Public Records Act dictates rules and restrictions for the availability of public records for inspection or copying. The Public Records Act specifically mandates that any portion of body-worn camera or dashboard camera recordings may only be released if the recording will not be used in connection with any probable or pending criminal proceedings. The state has violated the statute and Mr. Flynn's constitutional rights. If that is even a right, I don't think so. We've seen a lot of body cam before trial. Persuasive, unfair, and prejudicial media coverage of a criminal trial may jeopardize the accused's rights to a fair trial guaranteed by the Sixth Amendment of the United States Constitution. Okay. A gag order based on the need to protect an accused's right to a fair trial may issue only if specific findings are made demonstrating that, first, there is a substantial probability that the defendant's right to a fair trial will be prejudiced by public publicity that the gag order would prevent, and second, reasonable alternatives cannot adequately protect the defendant's fair trial rights. So basically, they want a gag order. The dissemination of video, discovery, police reports, and any other evidence to the public and the press greatly jeopardizes Mr. Flynn's constitutional rights to a fair trial. Evidence intended to be shown to a non-biased jury at trial has already been released to the public and shared online, garnering thousands of views and comments. Thousands. Thank you, Simply. Have a great weekend. Love your channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for the $2. Thank you. Like, he's not that important, I don't think. I mean, we don't need to be putting no gag order on this. Because then you're just going to have a bunch of news agencies fighting, the gag order. It's just, I think that makes it even like you're putting it more on a grand scale when you do that. Like, more people are going to be wanting to know what's going on. They're going to be looking. So it just says here, additionally, any pleadings available to the public on the clerk's website risk prejudicial publicity. A gag ordering restricting the clerk's office, law enforcement, and any other parties or witnesses from disseminating any information pertaining to the facts and evidence in this case is necessary to give them a fair trial, they're saying. So, okay. Emily M. Smith of Moorhead, Mond and Mulligan. That's the first time I've seen her name, so she's new. She must have just, wrote up the document for him. Now, this is a warrant copy. So this is just the warrant, looks like, for him. Warrant to arrest. State of Ohio versus Caleb Carl. I don't know why this is redacted. Maybe their phone number? What would they put there? I don't even know. To any law enforcement officer with venue, an indictment, a copy of which is attached here too, has been filed in the Miami County Court of Common Pleas, charging Caleb C. Flynn with aggravated murder times 2, felonious assault, tampering with evidence times 3, intimidation of an attorney, victim, or witness in a criminal case times 2. And then it just says, warrant is being served before the defendant has appeared or scheduled to appear. You are ordered to arrest Caleb Flynn and bring him or her before said court without necessary delay. Well, they didn't even have to do that because they had him in custody. They didn't even this is weird. When did they give this to him? Because we all knew about this. I don't see where it says a date on this one. It's usually by their name or something, but I don't see it. Because we've been knowing about this. We talked about this a long time ago. Remember? Like, I mean, weeks ago, I was like, there's these charges. Like, why hasn't he been charged with this stuff yet? And then, you doing all right? Now he has. So I wonder if he was like, I wonder how surprised he was to get these charges. Like, did his attorney know about these? Because they weren't in the court documents. We didn't find them there. So I think it's intimidation of an attorney or a witness. So I think it was his daughters because it's ×2. I think they're for his kids. That's just what I'm thinking. Because it says intimidation of an attorney, victim, or witness in a criminal case. And he has 2 kids. I was thinking that's what I was thinking. Like maybe he was going to try to use his kids to be his daddy was with you guys. You know, or one of those like, but daddy, you was up. No, remember we was sleeping. I don't like it. What are you doing? What? You don't want to sit there anymore? Making weird little Chewbacca noises back there. That's her other name, Chewie. Okay, we got one more. We've only got one more. I wish you could see her right now. She just looked at the wall. Like, don't even talk to me like that, Mom. So this one's kind of messed up, but they filed it today. Sean M. Peoples. Okay, well, I'll be sure to see you soon. Bonding scheduling order. So it just shows what he's been charged with at the top. On March 26th. We're not even what? Yeah, defendant appeared for arraignment. No, he didn't. It's not been March 26th yet. They must have got this date wrong. No one's corrected this because they were thinking 26. Look, the way they were probably just like read that. You know what I mean? Like they stamped it and then they probably they typed it out first. I don't know. Weird though. The defendant appeared for arraignment with attorney Patrick Mulligan. The defendant pled not guilty to aggravated murder because I heard that like they were going to still have the like the hearing on the 26th, but I don't think they are. So it just says that the defendant's request for March 30th, 2026 at 9:00 a.m. If ordered to pretrial services, the defendant must report immediately upon release. Do you want to go out there? You want me to let you out? You mad? She's mad at her bed or something. These dogs are nuts. If you ever decide to get 2 dogs within 3 months, don't do it because they're crazy. They feed off each other. So the defendant's bond is set at $3.5 million cash. You ain't getting out, bruh. You better get comfortable. $3.5 million. That's a crap ton. That's more money than probably all of us will see in our lifetime. I mean, really, that's a lot of money. I don't know if I'd want to see that much money. That's a lot of money. Then they had him, sign and date. You want to go out there? She's just sitting there wagging her tail looking at me. It just says the following conditions apply: pretrial services, report in person, appear at all court proceedings. All this is if he gets the, these are the conditions if he does the 3.5. So why does it say no? I should probably say no contact with co-defendants, but I don't think there'll be a defendant. There won't be a co-defendant. So never mind. I was thinking plaintiff for some reason. No possession of firearms. GPS house arrest. Well, you're not getting out. Do not leave the state of Ohio. No use or possession of illegal drugs or alcohol. No contact with victims, victim rep, and victims, minor children. No new violations. I mean, I wonder if his parents have money like that. I don't know. I don't think they do. Oh, Ladybug, I wonder. I'm going to probably say not good. She already resigned from the church. She left the church. The church pastor told us. He came on the internet and told everybody. He said, we don't know why she left the congregation. The fuck? What? I think she did. I know she left the church simply. Yeah. She definitely left the church. That stupid bottle is like peeling on the outside or on the bottom. And it's Stanley. I don't understand that. 62. Wow. Yeah. So she resigned from the church. I know that. Let me see. I think that's all the documents. Yeah, it is. And then we've already went through all that. And then the next event that's supposed to be happening is on 3/30. It says on here anyway. So I think that if it was going to be on a different date, I think they would have it here. So it says 3:30. That's when I'm going to go. Now they better not do anything crazy. I'm just going to go to X really quick, see if there's anything over there. Oh, yeah. Also, if you are not subscribed to my second channel, Unfiltered with Tanya, and you would like to be, go subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. Tomorrow I'm doing a live at 2:35, I think 2:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember when I asked you guys when we were covering Nancy Guthrie, I asked you guys, I said, what happened to Magnolia? Like, where's she at? Right? And you guys said, oh, her and JLR broke up. And I was like, oh, that's really sad. I felt bad for him. I sat here and was like, man, even though I don't prefer him at all, I felt bad for the dude because I was like, oh man, like she was always with him and like they, kept him company and now he's on the road again by himself. Well, our girl Magnolia got a protection order and there is a lot of documents and I've got them all. We're going to go over them tomorrow. Exactly what happened to her, when it happened to her, how it happened to her, and all the things are going to be coming out. I'm back. I'll just say that I'm back. This is the first time I've done a commentary in a long time on that channel, but I'm ready to do it because this is important. I didn't even realize. And it was a year ago this happened. And that's when Magnolia left the platform. I went to her channel today. She hasn't put a video out in a year. And I am like, are you kidding me? You probably ran her off this platform. And I liked her. You live in Missouri? Really? Just recently, Tina? Is he back? I mean, is he back? I might not be in this room when I do the live tomorrow, but I might be in the bedroom, but I'll just sit in the chair in there. Really? I'll have to look. Oh my goodness. What's he saying? Is he like just over there trolling or? I didn't even know that they knew each other. Is he back to the platform? Is he trying to like come back in and be like, oh wait, didn't even pull up for me. He grabbed 757. Oh, there he is. That's how much I watch him, I guess. Oh, he don't look good on this picture. I'll have to look through these to see which one it is, but oh my gosh. Just looking at his when was the time he did it live? 3 weeks ago? And he's doing the mouth open thing. Why do people do the mouth open thing? It's weird to me. Like they're shocked. You're not shocked. It's just weird. And now he's doing it. And the AI pictures. Come on, people. Stop it. Stop. That doesn't look like you, bro. Like these people, I'm sorry, I'm on one tonight, but these people like do not even, they make these AI images. Okay, it happened to me. I'm going to show you. I tried to do one. I thought it was going to actually put me in the picture. I'm going to have to go find it so I can show you all. I was like, oh, who's this bitch? That's exactly what I thought too. I wonder where it's at. Okay, I got to think about it. Because there's what I wanted, or there's what I ended up doing. I just saw it today too. So like maybe if I create a thumbnail, move to my pictures. Okay, there it is. Look at this. This ain't like, well, let me move it down a little bit. Okay. Like, who is this lady right here? Let me duplicate this so I can put the one up that I wanted to use. So you guys can see the picture. Did I pass it? Okay. Oh, oops. Don't do that. You won't be able to see it that well, but you'll be able to see it a little bit. Okay. So let me bring this back up and then I can. So this is the picture I wanted to want it to be on the little thumbnail, right? And I put on the thumbnail. Oh, wait, it went over to this. Okay. Anyway, so I put on the thumbnail that I wanted me in the picture and that I wanted to like, it was like, oh, it was going to be like channel changes or something like that, which I still need to go over. This is what I got. Okay. So let me delete this. Look at this girl. Who is this lady? That ain't me. I'm like, who is this woman? They made me this lady right here. She's pretty. She's cute. Am I that big? Actually, I mean, I am. But this is me. Like, this is the picture I wanted. It's just crazy. I was just like, who is that? I know JLR's not, yeah, it's not surprising, right? I haven't tried Grok. No, I should. I just tried it on, I think it was on Canva. And then I was like, oh, Canva, you'd be bad. Oh, okay. Thanks, Tina. Really, Carl? That's sad. I felt bad for her. I thought she was, I mean, I think she seems like a really nice person. Your AI doppelganger. I just went into Canva, but you can go into Grok or you can go to Chat GPT and it just say like, I want an image of myself, and it might ask you to like upload a picture or something. Does Chat GPT make good ones? I'll have to check that one out. I wouldn't mind doing like some sort of like AI, but I don't know. Not for this channel, for my second or like my other channel. This channel, I want to keep it with the pictures of like, you know, like the victims or whatever. I don't know. I like my thumbnails. They're old school. Like now I feel like a lot of people are using AI, like a lot of people. And I'm like, that doesn't even look like you. Why are you doing that to people? You are jump scaring people when they come into your chat and they see you. She's scratching the bed. What is she? Yeah, Casey. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, not really be trusted. I mean, he did have fake people on his call-in show. I can't even imagine doing that. Like, just like having fake people call in. I just, he'd be something else. He is something else. Everybody on this platform is something else. I'm just gonna say it. Catfish in the chat, yeah. They go in there, they're like, oh, he looks like he's smart. You know, he's adorable looking. And then they go in, they're like, well, what the hell? Who is that? Who's this person? That's like 14 shades, you know, lighter. Like, you know, they have like the nice tan and all of them. And you're like, wait, he's got too much hair on his head. this year all bad YouTuber creators going down. I hope so. I think they might be. W's. I mean, I really do. I mean, they're cracking down around here. You still hear this dog? She just, if she was outside right now, she'd be out of the fence. If she would be underneath of it and gone. She likes to dig. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, Riley, you want to get on camera? You want to come over here and on camera? We're about done. You want to come on? Okay, yep. Come on up here. Can you jump up here? She never jumps up on my lap. I don't think she will. No, she won't. She's just looking at me like, I don't know how to do that. Right, Tracy? Yeah. And no one knew about it though. I mean, no one knew. I didn't know about it until tonight. Like when I got on X and I saw that, I was like, oh, but I wasn't surprised, but I was. But I was more like surprised at the fact that I had just talked about her. And I was like, oh, I feel bad for him. Like, and then come to find this out, I was like, oh my gosh. Because I told my counselor this the other day. My problem is I have too much empathy. I'm that person. I want everybody to be able to change or, or just be a good person. And it's not that way. It's just not that way. Right. I mean, I know that I'm not dumb, but I'm empathetic towards other people, I don't think so. I don't see her doing that. She was always with them. I mean, not that like that matters, but the real men are not on this app. Actually, Lee's a real man. Where's Lee at tonight? He must be sleeping. It's like, I don't even know what time there. We have some guys in the chat that are some real men. Carl. He did say, what was it? Oh. That's crazy that, yeah, he knew about that. And 1 million views. Oh my gosh. And they've been talking. Your pics, Sam? That's not your pic is right now, or you just go do your AI pics. I'm like, you just look like a wonderful looking lady in your pic. That's not AI, is it? That don't look like AI. I know AI, yeah. Good grief, it was an AI version of my son. I took it in Arizona. Wow, someone took his picture and put it through AI. Oh, you did the one through chat. I was gonna say, 'cause I was like, that one's not AI. That one looks so good though. I don't ever like look at people's pictures too much because I really have to look at you guys to see them because they're so small and then I've got one eye. But I got a chance to look at yours. Yeah, the ones who chat GPT, they can turn you into like, oh yeah. Well, you're beautiful, Tina. You're welcome. You're welcome. I know I never like get to like look at the pictures up. I don't like AI either though, really. I do, but I don't. Like I like AI if you need something to read like a lot of articles for you, but then at the same time, I don't trust anything. Like I'm just afraid of like I wouldn't be able to put all my trust in AI. Like a lot of people use it on their lives and stuff. I think it'd be cool maybe to do like a live just to see what it would do, like what we could put into ChatGPT, what it would come out with. That would be kind of fun, but it wouldn't be good to like rely on it. Yes, they're scamming people with AI stuff now. Like they're like voices. They're doing like voices and stuff. It'll sound like it's their children or something, and they're in like jail or wherever, and they need money, or mom, come get me, or send me money, and then they do. It's a whole new different kind of scam world out there now. It's not like I remember the scam where they would send you a check. It would be from people from like, I guess, another country. They would send you a check. They would want you to cash it. It would be under $1,000. It would always be like $999. And then they would want you to cash it and send the money back to them. I remember my mom, like she didn't get fooled, but she almost did, but she didn't. But like, she was like, what is this? This is weird. She showed it to me and I was like, oh no, we ain't playing that. We're going to call cops right now. But yeah, remember that? You should, yeah, Tina, you should have like, if you guys have like parents, especially if you have older parents, you should have like a code word that you have. Like, so be like, if I were to call you and ask you for money, or if I were to call and ask you for anything that's like an emergency, what's our, code word? Butterfly or something. You know what I mean? Like something random. That's what I would do. You're welcome, Jen. And I have some videos. I have the one out from about Jimmy. Unfortunately, they did find him. They found him. He was in the water. I didn't think that he would be in the water, but I did put a video out on that. If you guys don't mind, go watch that, because yeah, I need the views. And then yeah, I mean, even JLR, he's even like trending on X right now for this. Like, it says judge grants 3-year protection order against true crime investigator JLR. And they were actually arguing, the mainstream media and JLR and this other guy were like arguing, I guess, at Nancy Guthrie's house. I remember pinning that because I was like, I should go over this with you guys. But then I saw the other stuff and I was like, oh, we got a lot to go over. So, but yeah, I don't see anything else. It says FBI returns to Nancy Guthrie's. But I mean, that's not nothing. So, okay. I was just seeing if there was anything else. I don't think there is. Okay. Well, I'll be back on tomorrow at 2:35. Oh yeah, Afro Man, he won his trial. Good for him. My dad used to like Afro Man. What's this? Meteorite hunters are combing Ohio for fragments of a space rock that streaked across the sky earlier this week. Oh, that was what Ashley was talking about. Okay, that guy's weird. He just like smiling so big. He's like, yeah, I got this little piece of the meteor. I don't know. I mean, it could be fun, but then what if it's not a piece of meteor and it's a piece of dog shit you pick up? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, he's wild, Tracy. He's wild in his own right. His outfits, man. The American flag one got me, man. It got me. It just got, He didn't care. He didn't. I mean, I don't know why they were so mad. They got to be in a video. But my dad he really did like Afro Man. He liked everything. He liked everything that, I guess he liked all the songs that like were trending or something like that. If I liked it, he would be like, I like that too. So. Oh, JLR, he got a 3-year restraining order put against him from Magnolia. He apparently, we're going to go over it tomorrow on my second channel, Unfiltered with Tanya, but apparently he put his hands on her. It was either like Christmas Eve or the day after Christmas, or it was around that time. I haven't read through all the paperwork yet, but I started reading through it. That's crazy. See, Northern Ohio always gives us good stuff up there. I haven't seen none. I bet he had the wildest party after he was done. He was probably like, it's time to go party now. But I will see you guys tomorrow if you guys come over to the second channel. And usually we get a little busy over there if we talk about something that's like, within the YouTube community. So make sure you come over, you check it out, check out the channel, and all that stuff. But yeah, you do, Casey. You really do. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow also, because I got a 5-year restraining order on somebody one time. And they didn't even put their hands on me. That's how bad this person was, though. He was just that bad. So, of the court case, no. But you know what? Actually, don't everybody stay here for 1 second. I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you a video. This is like the best video to watch. If you want to if you want to know who JLR is, and it's only an hour. It's alive. And it's from Deets, and it's from 3 years ago. 3 years ago, okay? But I'm gonna put this link in the chat, and everyone go over there and just listen to it for a minute. You'll get sucked in. Like, so it's from 3 years ago, but you will get sucked into her storytelling and like all the stuff she goes through, like with JLR, the timeline of JLR. And I mean, she doesn't miss a second. So that's her YouTube video in the chat if you guys want to check it out, or you want to put on your later playlist and you just want to listen to it while you're cleaning or something. It really is something to be heard. And she's really good at doing like she used to do like deep dives and stuff like that on different people. So if they were bad, you get a video. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys all later. Have a wonderful evening, and just think tomorrow's Friday. So it's almost the weekend. Bye guys. Oh wait, and tomorrow is the first day of spring. So just think about that one. Just think about that. Bye guys.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah,
This is a statement to appreciate all that is